if I were to give you some guys to keep an eye on over on this side of Young Ninjas, I think ZTR is an obvious choice, right? This guy oftentimes has been putting up good numbers. He had that stint in the main NIP squad, and he's brought back a lot of experience from there. If you wanted to know a name that maybe you're not as familiar with, I would look to Sapek as the second guy here, right? Keep your eye on him, especially on the CT half down towards this B bomb site. He's oftentimes able to get away with some very gnarly moments. So hopefully we get to see that here and now. A triple push in middle for the Young Ninjas. Sapek is dedicated to this, and the long wrap is well timed. I love this. They fight in middle, they brawl with Astralis talent. Nilo might want to think about getting out of danger, but now he's got no choice but to keep on fighting. And keep fighting he shall. Great round out of Nilo to find the pistol dominantly for the Young Ninjas.
That's such a nice call as well, because Astralis, after they see that one player, Sapek, jump onto party, they're chasing it. Like, there's one dude mid, man, let's kill him. Usually, when you peek mid as a CT here, you'll see how many are going, and then you'll run back, and you have this little race towards the site where if you are playing your timings right as a CT, you can get back safely. But Sapek, they see he's committed, and they think, oh, great, let's get him while we can, and that just pulls him into the triple long or the double long push, the triple mid play. Nice idea for the Young Ninjas to steal a pistol, and now we have Glocks, Astralis talent, just looking to give away the second, buy up third. This might be quicker than they had in mind as well, as this flank comes through the connector, two CTs walking it. Ready to backstab. They actually don't commit. Maybe scared that the T's are holding above the ladder. They haven't made any contact yet, so it's a fair fear. But soon it's about to all be uncovered in middle.
Oh, and actually, it's going to take Nilo wisening up to this. A lot of footsteps, a lot of players, and he's still fighting, determined just to keep tearing through them. ZTR going to steal a lot of the glory, but it's not the end of the world. He had the SMGs, the 3 kills on that at $600 a piece. He just made a call and collected 1.8k.
Let's jump in NIP's team speak and see what they're going to be doing for this first gun round.
Som håller jag PG.
Vi rushar efter den. Jag målar bakom diskkiosken där, om vi inte ser han. Eller du kommer behöva göra det förresten. Jag målar sig över det.
Kolla första, det tar 2 sekunder att lägga en typ.
Jag är bra. Jag släckte. Lägg nu.
Jag la första där.
De la 2 smoke.
Jag la en till flash där.
De la båda smoke. Längst bak.
Vi kör på, vi kör.
Han pushar. Jag går ner UG, Nice. Jag rotar. Det är fler mid, det är många mid. Japp, kommer upp på.
Jag kommer backa.
Jag tar med UG. Jag smakar av med UG.
Jag kommer att upp.
Jag ringer upp banne. Jag ringer ett lång.
Jag kommer att upp.
Ingen upp banne.
Den som blir nu.
Men nu fram med 2, jag smokar. Jag mollar också.
Kör på eller?
De kan gå på.
Springer upp.
Hör ingen.
Bomb ligger 2.
En var 2.
Jag flashar upp banne.
Ingen uppe. En var
Nej,
i 2.
Ja.
Rusha mig.
Jag kommer långt bra. Nice över.
En till.
Jag
Han
går
backar
close
mot vanliga 2.
Ja, 3 ben.
Jag spräglar på den där.
Ja, jag håller bara långt.
Jag tar klart Jeff.
Nice. Ligger undan boys. Ligger du vapen eller?
Jag ligger kvar.
Refrag round.
Så där kommer vara Neil. Du kommer få mycket frags där när han är vänster. Det är sjukt att du släcker dem så är det.
The bonus round win. Now that really gets the blood pumping, doesn't it?
That is the sign of a good first half, right? Any team that wins a little bonus round, they're automatically thinking to themselves like, yeah, we're in for something nice here.
It's not a single M4 in that round, mate, and they come out with all these AK-47s as well. So in terms of just making moolah, woo, they'll answer the call. Look at this buy, 3 AKs, an M4 and an AWP. They are up against Eagles though, right? Astralis Talent's money bottomed out after that first round.
That was a cool little nade lineup, throwing from middle. See, it does damage onto the crossing players at party. I don't remember what pros we were playing against, Hugo, but I remember one of these pug games we had. It might have been the one with Davkos did. They had like the Molotovs in middle, and then they coupled it with nades. it would like rain over. So
Yeah,
if
so
you
you
try
tried
to
to
run
cross
the
it,
gauntlet
get
through the
double
molly,
bait,
you're
yeah.
naded, you slow down, you die very, very quickly.
Yeah, man, that's why they're pros, Harry.
Yeah, man, there's some gnarly stuff you can do with this util. Not me, mate. I just worry about clicking on the bad guys. Look at this.
All the good guys.
Just Vigo and Inters left. Inters? Oh my god.
Wow,
Alters,
okay.
yeah, left standing.
Altex.
Yeah, man.
You'll get there in the end.
I don't know what's up with me today.
Seen Overpass, thinking Gambit. I can't.
I am,
blame you.
yeah, man. Gambit are very synonymous with this map. Very close to my heart. Yeah. ZTR and Fuzi gonna lock that one in. And so thus far, it's a bit of a walk in the park for the young ninjas. They're looking clean. And it's making me a little bit nervous because coming into this, I was thinking like, yeah, this, and even the desk echoed this sentiment that, Maui said, like, if you're Astralis talent, you may be happy with like a 12-round game here, right? That's to be
pretty dismal.
Yeah, right. To be thinking like that is a bit of a sign of the times.
Yeah, no players going into a map going, all right, guys, let's get 12 rounds here. They're still hunting for the win. Whether it will be attainable, only time will tell. ZTR down the connector. Nilo's been here every single round in the long toilet. With the door off, short is open. ZTR walking through, and he somehow gets that kill that he really shouldn't. Noffe was holding. Now they've got him trapped. Nilo's smoked. He can't help. ZTR trying to escape, dropping his util, and they won't get there in time. He's out like a light.
Yeah, but Nilo ain't slept through the flight, right? He's still holding over here towards long. Oh, no, is put to bed by Vigo. And so a 4-on-4 found, still in with a chance here. Now, something we've seen out of young ninjas on this map, a lot of the times their rotations are damn near perfect. I would say on Overpass, when you look at this squad, they really do kind of shape up similar to how like the tier 1 teams kind of look here, right? In terms of the reads, in terms of the rotations. Look at this already. Ooh. The third man is moving up to supplement this A bomb site. And a lot of this is because of the information that Rolf is getting down towards B. Just waiting back, playing it very, very passive. It's a B retake setup with a lot of emphasis on the A hold, and they're right in this assumption. There is a player already in the site. The sheer pace of Vesta was not enough to catch Fuzi off guard. Altex will. Sapeg still here, and over at long, you've got ZTR left to worry about. They don't know about him until it's too late. And young ninjas, perfect A-hold there. As mentioned, man, the timing on the call for that rotate from Sapik, second to none. He's up in the site, ready to help out when the push comes in.
Yeah, this is a very, very scary young ninja side, right? We've only had A rounds for Astralis talent. They've only walked out mid slowly and steadily, and so there's no surprise to see that the CTs are cognizant of that. B has been very quiet, and so the danger of that is because you've set no precedent towards B. As soon as you end up going for a B round, the young ninjas are going to know, and they're going to have everyone there. Like, if you make any noise monster to start this eco here, they're going to be a lot of rotates and very quick. So that's the worry here for Astralis talent, as these mid to A rounds have not gone their way. Nice stuff, though, out of the young ninjas.
Yeah, something that was very apparent when we had that Young Ninjas VP Prodigy game on the first day was like, if you want to get ahead of these rotates, you need to make Young Ninjas feel that urge to rotate. And the only way you're going to do that is either by winning opening fights or taking away key map control early on and like throwing these fakes in to get them doubting, right? VP Prodigy only had a chance in that game once they started to get Young Ninjas feeling like they could no longer nail down those rotation calls. And it was only once they started to throw fakes in that really that became apparent. I will say as well, out of VP Prodigy, what we saw on this map, especially on that T side, they had a lot of like gnarly little B execs that they could run, some great contact Bs with like late utility. Thus far, haven't seen any of that out of Astralis talent. Admittedly, have only had like, the couple of dominant rifle rounds take place so far, and it's largely been on the back of these mid plays, as you pointed out, Hugo. So I do want to see what the game plan is once we get utility. What do these set pieces look like? Because as mentioned, for Astralis talent, I think that's largely where their strengths lie, right? When you get into the mid-round, when you're having to do a lot of like on-the-fly dynamic calling, that's when this team slows down a little bit. Whereas it's in those set pieces when they are, you know, at a man advantage, 5-on-4, or even 5-on-5, they can throw their set util. Everyone knows what they're doing. They look really clean. So I want to see what we get out of them if they go into like a B exec in the coming round.
Yeah, you know, the executes are really good on Nuke as well. I think that's something that leans to your favor in that statement. They had a lot of nice top hits, methodical util, but you've got to get in the positions to throw those grenades right on the B site. So let's see if they try and change the grain a little bit, take some water control, sit outside of Monster, or if it's more of this mid working, because right now it's not going well for them.
It's funny because, like, you know, I kind of preface this whole round with how Astralis talent, maybe it's the mid rounds that cause problems. For Young Ninjas, I think they're one of the strongest mid-round teams in the event because of the experience ZTR has. So in that sense, very, very different sides of the coin for these two squads. Man advantage taken early on in this round, right? They do at least trade this comp player, but being in a 3-on-4 and with Young Ninjas having taken away connector control on Sapek, who's just really taking liberties, like, look at how much Young Ninjas are not worried about this B site. Sapek is all the way through con, getting all this info that it's looking like an A play, and with the boost getting fumbled, ZTR knows about that now. They've got util to flash him off the angle, so they will get that kill, but it's traded by Fuzi. And as mentioned, there's still this flank from Sapek, but he's given up the kill, and that gives up a B-side rotation now for Astralis talent.
Yeah, they know what's open. They're going to take it. Nice call for Astralis. Very quick in doing so. They run down connector. There's re-aggression for one on the A side as well, so there's almost a flank coming in here. It's going to be a little bit late, though. Void should be able to get into the site and get that bomb down. Fuzi, one kill would be massive here, but smoked off. And that's fine. He's going to wait for the flank.
Oh.
I don't even know.
Oh, Void, I feel so bad for him.
What?
He didn't do anything wrong, bless his heart. Just walked through the smoke on the cross out of the site. And Young Ninjas continue this flawless CT side.
It's one way to do it.
But even that is like an example of like the mid-round we're talking about, right? I felt like if it was Young Ninjas in that situation, they would have pieced together what was happening maybe a little bit quicker, but a bit more decisive to act. You know, Astralis talent, they take a little moment getting down to B. It gives time for that AWP to get into position. And they reap the reward of it on the side of Young Ninjas. AK's back out and in full force. And the question for me is, when are we going to get to see a round leaning towards this B site from the get-go?
Just out of the gate, right? You need to just take some water control, take some con control.
Right
this
now,
is gonna
Hugo,
be
we're getting it.
Guns out and Astralis talent. But this is the worry, right? Like, as soon as Young Ninjas see middle is empty, they're going to stack B. And there we go. Peeking mid is Nilo. He's going to see there's no one there. And now, already the rotates start to be found. They keep 2 on A, and that's fine. You've got faith in your B hold, but Nilo's going to go even further back to be ready to drop. AWP still sat in middle. Could be a late contact play. They could be coming up con. And it's not like Astralis are making noise B, it's just a lack of presence in middle. Do we have a flash peek, or is it just a lone flash? Someone jumping over for info. Kills coming through for Rolf. Sapek dead of the monster. Nice entries for Altex. And now things are thrown into disarray. It's only ZTR here. You would have loved that 4th rotate in time. And while it is coming in very quickly, Astralis haven't actually committed. They're outside. There's still players in middle, for crying out loud.
Oh, great flick from ZTR. Yeah, and just 2 guys in the site. They're calling like, Vesta, come on, man, give us a hand. He's finally arrived over on short.
It's a bit of doubt.
Oh, it's grinded to a bit of a halt. They do trade that kill out, but ZTR is still being a nuisance in these site smokes. He's on a bit of a timing, and so he tucks himself in, steals himself away, and plays for the round win. Vesta, 25 seconds. Right now, he's frag hunting. He's looking for this kill. There it is, presenting itself. And now he's even ready for this repeat from Fuzi. Not going to get given it. Oh, needs this bomb plant. 14 seconds, missed shot from the AWP. And so now Vesta has a chance. Oh my goodness, he's trying to make some kind of simple-esque play. Throws the AK as a fake flash. Hey, man, it would have been cool as hell if it worked, right? No one's allowed to laugh at him for that.
Oh, I feel bad, man. You saw his face on the camera at the end. He did not look happy. Was that a misclick? Like, did he try to throw his pistol and he accidentally threw his gun? Maybe he thought there was a gun below him. Like, I don't know what happened there, but he just got left with a Glock. I know, you don't want to laugh, but that hurts. That really does hurt. And Astralis would have loved that round as well, especially after Altex's entries.
Bro, I was believing. I'm not going to lie. I see the AK throw as a sign of confidence. Like,
sure. It's like, you just need to have a plan with it, right?
Bester said, I'm about to end this guy's whole career. Peeking out. Oh, no, he wrecked me.
Yeah. It's one thing throwing the AK. It's another thing, swinging with a Glock.
Look, Hugo, man. All I'm saying, he's playing for Astralis Talent. You're sat here in your living room talking about him playing for Astralis Talent. So who's winning? Who's winning? Us. Here we are.
Okay.
Because we get to watch them.
Yeah.
ZTR down here in Con. Perfect timing on this wrap. Oh, it's all coming undone. ZTR applying pressure. Now, he doesn't want to die and open up a path down to B. He's playing this to perfection. His teammates in the site are winning their fights. And look at ZTR, man. Playing against this guy must be the most annoying thing in the world. He flanks up Con, but he doesn't commit to the push. This is why he's such an exciting player. He knows that, like, if I die on this flank, they go to B. They get a B plant. That's it. And then the round is suddenly up in the air. He just plays to deny the cross back to Con by playing up towards Party. And it's that change of position that really locks in the round for the Young Ninjas.
Yeah, this is super impressive for the Young Ninjas.
I will say, right, this is an interesting talking point. With the Fnatic team hanging in the balance, the way I see it, there's kind of like a few options you've got. You either look to go international, which some of the rumors said, but if you did want to keep it Swedish, you could look back at home, look at up-and-coming prospects like ZTR in this Young Ninjas squad.
Fnatic already have their own academy team. That's the
but I'm not looking at that academy team and saying, like, yeah, I see a leader there, but like I see... I feel ZTR as an IGL.
I'm not against it. I just think, buying out a player from
it wouldn't be a great look from Fnatic, but
it wouldn't be
But hell, man, if they want to win.
I imagine there's some buyouts here. But either way, yeah, cool idea. Sure, cool concept. But I think ZTR's more than fine in the Young Ninjas side right now. 8-0 up. Why wouldn't he be? Got Deegs walking towards the A site. And just nothing coming up Danish here. Fuzi doesn't know how many players are about to explode. Here they come, smoke fading. ZTR with the first. All the lineup was there, but ZTR is getting all the glory right now. 4 kills. And it's helped out by Nilo and Fuzi. 3 rather for ZTR. That will do though. 9 rounds on the board is said. And it feels like nothing can go wrong for the Ninjas.
Yeah, we said that this was, maybe going to be a pretty dominant game in their favor. I still don't think that's doing the 9-0 scoreline justice. Like, Astralis Talent, outside of, like, maybe 2 rounds, they haven't even had many close chances. Like, a lot of these have been these blowout victories for Young Ninjas. As reflected in their money right now, pretty much everyone up towards, maxing out 10 grand on the top 3 players on your team. Astralis Talent setting up towards B and faking mid control. See, this is nice, right? This is a good adjustment. You can adjust all you want, mate. Sapek still taking these very confident peaks.
Oh, no.
This is a really rough spot to be in, man. You're in a game where your opponents are fully confident. They're peaking everything with the belief that they're going to win the fight. And you guys, you haven't found anything yet, man. Also, even in a lot of these head-to-heads, you've just been getting banged out.
Look at that combo as well. They molly over the top of the graffiti wall into the cubby, into the get-right spot. And then they flash a boost up. Like, you're really doing everything right. You're playing it so smart, so methodical, leaving no room for error. And then they get the kill. Like, Astralis Talent pushed back by Molly, blinded by Flash, and then left in the open. What can you even do? 5-on-3, it's just about recommitting, and someone needs to entry. Someone needs to save the day. Rolf can just stay alive. There's no Molly to get him off this position. Flash peek again, and it feels like every fight taken is
ZTR.
One with the assistance of utility. Again, ZTR setting up his team. He's done it both times this round, and Rolf's going to be ready to close. 10-0. Hello?
Yeah, and you know, like while we've had very, very surprising teams in like Big Omen Academy, Furia Academy, and Fnatic Rising kind of come to this event and look really, really good on the eye test, I think if you want to look at the Academy team that's playing the cleanest Counter-Strike, that's playing the kind of most dissimilar to the Tier 1 level, I think it would be the Young Ninjas.
Yeah.
Like, you can really tell the impact that it must have had on ZTR being in that main NIP squad for a while.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, you don't want to look at that as like going back in your career or like, oh no, he got a chance, but then he got put back. Oh, poor guy. Like, no, actually, that's a hugely beneficial thing. It's probably somewhat by design by the org as well, knowing that they can, you know, feed intelligence from the top down to the bottom of this team, and the things that can do, you know, for you in the long run are immense, right? What if the Young Ninjas are, I mean, well, this is a comparison. It's a weird comparison, but you talk about how like Gambit youngsters, well, eventually got named Gambit. I know it's different because there was only one team there, so that's why they could. But, you know, what if Young Ninjas got up and kept grinding and kept rising with this roster and were a formidable team, were a top 20 team? You know, it's not outside the realms of possibility that with this roster or even a very similar roster that they could be.
I mean, bro, they're already in the top 50, right? They're already on the grind to get there. So, actually, I think they're just outside of it, if my memory holds correct. I think
pretty
it's like
good,
51, though. But still,
and
right?
Again, I want to clarify, this is the youngest team in the league.
Yeah, that's the most impressive.
Average.
That's the most impressive part to me.
Yeah.
Is this long push, and they're ready for it again on the side of the Young Ninjas. Once more, a heavy stack up towards A. Astralis Talent are just getting outread. This is probably the biggest disparity in a scoreline we've had in the entire league so far, 100%. Biggest disparity in skill by the looks of things. That's how it's feeling if you're Astralis Talent. It's like anywhere you're going, you're running into 4 players.
Not an easy map to get past the Ninjas, no, and the flank is there to keep things flawless as well. It's not like these rounds are even close, Harry. We've had, you know, some one-on-ones here and there, but now it's just starting to get out of control. It's starting to snowball, it's starting to build, and we've got max money on most players, if not all, before the buy as well. So, yeah, this is beautiful for the Young Ninjas. 11-0. They've got to be very happy with how things are going. Having some fun with it.
It does kind of beg the question, right? Like, what made Astralis lean to this map? Because we know this is a good map for the Young Ninjas, right?
Yeah, Astralis got a pick out of 4.
Exactly. They had a choice of 4 maps to end up on.
Yeah.
And they were the ones to send it here to Overpass. The other scary part there is, like, even if you think back to ZTR's time in NIP, this was a good map for that team as well. So it makes a lot of sense. It tracks that it's looking this good for Young Ninjas.
Yeah, this is also a map that, you know, they've played a lot, so it might be one that Astralis feel like they're prepared, like they did their homework, they went through the demos. Obviously, you can look at that and laugh because they're 12-0 down almost, but, you know, even if you know what's going on, it's still hard to put a stop to it when you're just getting beaten individually. The trades are always there. As said, every kill feels like it's coming off the back of a flash peak. You know, you're not catching anyone on their own. Astralis have never had a 5-on-4. So, yeah, and also, I got to say, we haven't seen a lot of depth on the T side. Like, no. They've tried a lot, but they haven't. It has been exactly what was said on the desk. You know, the typical T side of Overpass: go somewhere, wait a bit, commit. You know, we've not had any kind of fakes. We've not had a round where Astralis are focused on getting that con control and then using it to just rotate last second between the bomb sites. We need to see something like that because the Ninjas know what's going on before it's even happened.
Yeah, this round, this is like the closest thing we've had to a default yet out of Astralis Talent, right? A bit of control down towards short water, a bit of con control, and then the bulkier forces grouping up over here in middle. This is going to leave you with options. This is the nicest start to a round I've seen out of the Astralis Talent squad yet, right? Because now, if you don't like what you see in middle, well, it's not the only option you have. You've got connector, you've got short. You can use this as well to try and put a stop to the info plays that Young Ninjas have been making. And so if Astralis Talent were ever going to get a round, I think this is the round they get. Largely because they do just have so many options here.
But they haven't really faked out A. It looks like they're already grouping for their commit, but this is the deepest A control they've got. It's just Vesta. There's still 2 on top and a third as well moving around in the CT spawn. Nofi's got a B entry. That's enticing. That may be just Astralis running into this bomb site. Double kill now. Finally, looking like they're onto a winner. Looking like a round could be right in front of our eyes. But you can never count the Ninjas out, even in this position. 3 on 5, and the first kill comes their way. Volleys are in, boost is over the top, and if you can get an equalizing kill here, you can play for a retake. There's a backstab coming in, and Ninjas, for a second, looked like they were thinking it's an A play. Now they hear the bomb, but that sent them back down B, and Astralis is just waiting for the backstab.
Yeah, Vesta's timing is everything, and this is where him not pouncing any earlier really does just mean he carries that element of surprise in his stride, dealing with Boozy, taking the AWP out, and now Young Ninjas are committed whether they want to be or not. As mentioned, man, that was all looking like it could have come together for Astralis Talent, and indeed it does. It's a clean round to find their first in round 13. So give us a bit more like that, a bit more emphasis around, you know, improving these mid-round calls and leaving options open. Because as mentioned, man, when these guys do have the momentum and the ability to play their own game and like lean into these executes, Astralis Talent are pretty formidable. They haven't had that opportunity because it's been very easy to figure out where they're going before they even get there thus far. So that's the advantage that having this default brings you.
Yeah, Altex has been providing B picks a lot as well, and he's the guy lurking outside B in this round again. Nilo flash into middle, looks like Ninjas don't want to wait around anymore, and he's done 96 damage to Vigo. Won't be able to get the kill, but that's good damage nonetheless. Might even force Void to throw his AWP over. Back to B, Astralis shows some face A. It's actually forced a third rotate. The Ninjas are falling for it. And so that leaves B pretty worse for wear, pretty weak. If Altex can continue to find these opening kills and get us a pick into B, then maybe this another round here on the board here for Astralis Talent. They're walking through the monster smoke. Rolf's got to be ready. Oh, and he's flashed. Good peek, though. Oh, the lineup, Sapek mows everyone down, and the bomb's dropped, and the round should be lost.
Yeah, I think Astralis Talent are starting to realize that as well. This one is a little too far gone for Vesta and Vigo. They're just looking for any kind of damage on the exits. ZTR trades that out, keeps this incredible KD. He's at 17-3 right now as ZTR. Yeah, this should just be the kill secured. 13-1. No chance at really recovering this half. You know, like 3-12. You can look at that and say, yeah, we've at least got some breathing room. A 13-2 even is remarkably different to that 3-12 scoreline, right? Because suddenly it's like 3-12. If you lose the pistol, you still have a tiny bit of room to grind that game out. It is a very minute bit of room, but there's something.
I'm not, I'm not
trying to build a comeback story here, though.
I am going to shut it down right now. I'm not talking about a comeback here. I am not even thinking about it.
Domination, like that's the story.
Like, we have nothing to fall back on and go, oh, that makes me believe in a comeback. No. Some games, sure. I can, Virtus Pro are playing, Virtus Pro are 13-1 down, maybe. Maybe we can talk about it like it's a joke. I won't even deal with the laughter here, Harry. 13-1, and I think it would be an insult to the Ninjas to even imply that they could lose this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is really good Counter-Strike we're getting out of the Young Ninjas. As I say, man, this was going to be a trial by fire. It always was for Astralis Talent. I think they're up against a team that's kind of where Astralis Talent wishes they were, right? Young Ninjas, very, very complete, a jack of all trades, a lot of exposure to the upper echelons of Counter-Strike, and it's all shining through in the server. Just Altex left, and he shouldn't be long for this world. There's the trade, 14-1 locked in, and this might be the most dominant game of the league so far.
It is. It definitely is.
No, I know, but it's like, I thought the VP Young Ninjas game could have been.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And then that,
this is right now.
It is right now, and it's looking to end this way, yeah.
No, there's, again, we have a pistol round here, Harry. I'm not saying Astralis can't get any rounds, right? Like, pistol, it's a reset. It's a chance to do, do anything. God's your oyster. But, you got to long it out. You got to long out the 14-1. Oh, no, don't. Let's not watch that one again, shall we? Just makes me feel bad.
Yeah, I do want to say, I'm laughing at your reaction there and not the play itself. You know I'm a fan of the play.
Yeah, right. feels bad for Astralis talent, right? Like they've put in the work, and that's why it hurts even more when this happens. But it is a part of Counter-Strike. Sometimes you're the pigeon, and sometimes, Harry,
you're the statue. Yeah.
Well, I wonder what the vibes are like in the Astralis camp. After getting 14-1, if I was playing a matchmaking game, I'd be molding. So let's see if the Danes are feeling any better. I've heard word that we're going to be jumping into their team speak once we resume in that second half. And hell, they're back on the CT side. They got some USPs. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, I don't want to hear a deflated squad. I want to hear them still sounding like there's belief. So let's listen in to the Astralis talent squad.
Have fun. Flasher her.
En midt med pit of 50.
In the monster, lad os løse ud kort der.
I2 ikke gør det. Jeg står hunden.
Jeg går med op.
En midt med pit of 50.
Så bare op tæt kun her.
Nu skal de ikke løbe langt. Op og langt.
Jeg
går op og jumpspotter langt. Jeg kan flash
Langt
over, jeg
noget,
kan
tror jeg.
lyst her. Jumpspotteren, jeg ser ingenting.
Ja.
Flash foran os, hvis de kører.
Hunden er pit of 50.
Kan jeg flashe ham, Victor, så kan du fight?
Han sætter op til ting. Der kommer nogen.
Ned til jer.
Kan du ikke gå ind i indhakket? Jo. Det er kun en, der
Flasher
ligger
på
næste.
adet her. Bang.
Han er død. Masser af Alex.
Vi skal nok op, altså.
En til.
En op, anden hos.
Bare bait mig. Han er low.
Ja.
Vi kan fight ham, bare fight. Sådan,
Ja, hvis bare med
han
der
B måske.
Der er ikke toilet i hvert fald.
Ja, hvis man ikke var B.
I smoken.
Nej, sådan. God start på set. Kom så.
Kommer 100% til at købe nu.
A sigh of relief, perhaps, for Astralis, right? They do what they must. I've got to say, though, that we were just talking that. I felt like the Ninjas really messed that one up, Harry. They had a flank through monster. They had Fuzi walking the entire way. They're up on A. They're about to wait for Fuzi to backstab, and then they commit.
I get the feeling that's just something that comes with the context of this, right?
Yeah.
They're 14-1 up. They're probably going like... I think deep down they know they should have waited for that flank, and it's one of those decisions where you go, yeah, we just tried to put the game to bed, like, right there and then.
Yeah.
If they did wait for Fuzi on that wrap round, would have been an incredibly different round.
Yeah. No way. Like, he kills 2, at least.
Yeah.
And then they just rush. All
I
they
mean,
have to do is
being
wait 5
real,
seconds.
it's not even about getting kills for him at that point. Like, if everyone else was pushing as he emerges, it's even the distraction of a guy being behind you is enough.
He's just the last guy. He doesn't even get through the smoke until everyone is dead.
Exactly.
And so no surprise Astralis are watching the flank. I guess someone called like, hey, we've been water all around. Like, I guess he could have walked through B. He did.
So the hilarious thing is I heard it in the comms and it sounded like one of them said toilets, I think. And everyone else went running towards the toilets. So like Noffy is very, very heads on, like to bear that in mind that it could have been the wrap round.
How funny that you 14-1 up, you lose pistol, and then you play a Glock round, right? Like, that's the Ninjas really just wanting guns ASAP. That's them having full faith in their rifle rounds. Hell, maybe this one could get interesting still. Although I hope not. Bomb plant, double kill with the Glocks, and please don't tell me this is how we find map point.
Yeah, this shouldn't happen. It's just Glocks. And that's with an AW, but not the P. Glocks, baby. Let's go. 3-on-3 in this post plant. MP9 gone. Things are getting a bit more controlled, and there it is. The kills do come through. Regardless, if you're young ninjas, you're fully content with a bomb plant, the kills that you're able to get. All of it is just teeing you up to get this game over the line.
And this really is where that might begin, Harry, as the rifle round comes out very quickly. Astralis don't get much breathing room, don't get much time to convert before they are met with the full brunt of these Swedes. Krieg out as well for ZTR. Those Glocks were a bit scary, and yeah, right, I feel the same. This game's got to be very stressful to be playing for the Astralis side. And it might just get worse still.
Aggression out of Vesta. I like that in spite of the scoreline, he's still feeling...
Oh, the flash. ZTR again.
ZTR, flash god.
Yeah.
Flash god. That is what makes this guy such an attracting prospect, right? He's not just like a great in-game leader. He's not just someone who's top fragging or was top fragging coming into this second half at 17-5 now, but also he'll set up his teammates for the optimum round, right? His flashes are constantly a source of problems for Astralis talent. The fact that so many of these flashes are coming off the back of one guy is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, super impressive. And Vesta doesn't even get to play the round, really. Sets up, sits back, waits, and then he's blind. Flash into B for Nilo. Will there be a commitment, or is it just info getting grabbed? Sapek sees Monster. He sees nothing, though. Still heavy set on the A site.
And look, man, like already you're seeing a huge contrast. I say Young Ninjas are a great team in these mid-round scenarios. Well, this is a great example of that. They've got the opener, they have a player faking the A play, and it's keeping the attention of Astralis talent here. They've still got 2 players up on A, meaning this defense at B is in for a very bad time. They've got to come up huge with this double defense, tucked in, passive on the hold. Sapek gonna open up with a double. And now with the bomb going down, it's still this lurking player up on A. The round is really as good as done.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that one gun round is literally better than the entire T-side of Astralis. Like that was the best T-side rifle round we've seen in terms of actually, you know, faking things out, playing methodical, clearing spots with utility. Astralis, yeah, they were just split 2-2, and there we go. It's a clean round. It's 5 alive. You can definitely see the disparity between these two squads.
Well, this is the thing that kind of blows my mind, is like with Astralis having the pick of the maps coming into this and things like Mirage still being in the pool, these are more execute heavy. You could have lent into something like that instead of a very mid-round focus map like Overpass. Let's listen in, though, to the Young Ninjas in their team speak as they're about to play out this final, or what could be the final round.
Vi kommer inte få någon flight över nu.
Ja.
Vi får bara en sen när du boostar.
Ja, det är fint. Ja.
Jag smockade mitt. Flashar mitten, tror jag. Jag kan ha targets.
Ja, han är uppe på lång. Han är uppe på lång. Ja. Ute.
Jag står bara till PGS.
Vi källar
Jag flashar upp dig i party.
Chilla lite sen.
Jag kommer behöva göra det.
Lägg flash.
Vänta. Flashar där.
En nade från barrels typ. En nade från barrels.
Den var ute långt till vänstersidan. Nice.
Det var som pushade, tror jag. Så där var spelaren. Nice. Nice. Jag håller lite.
Stå kvar ett tag till, stå kvar.
Ja. De här är fan bra alltså.
Jag håller CV, Nilo, ifall de har skiftat ut på något.
Jag tar den med natt.
Nice. Jag ser ingen.
Just där...
CV, nice.
Bra, det är bara
Bra.
Kick on.
Ja, lägg för en ända så ska jag igen.
Ja, givetvis.
Listen to the celebration there. Young Ninjas with an incredibly dominant game. Oh, you couldn't have asked for better than that. We're hanging out in the little 1v1 arenas, getting excited and getting ready for the next series. But I think before we even get ready for that, the other guys are probably going to break down the madness that we just saw now. So, James, what did you make of that? Oh, actually, hang on a moment. We don't have James ready yet.
Still doing press-ups.
Oh, man, yeah, he's got to get ready. I mean, to be fair, there's a lot to unpack at the end of that one, right? More so for the Young Ninjas side than for the Astralis talent squad. But I bet the guys on the desk maybe have some words of advice for the Astralis talent crew.